Welcome EAI Management. My name is Troy Vollenweider. Today I will, along with my IT teammates, Doug Richardson, Peter Austin, Alan Daniel, Roger Ortega, and Brooke Rodenraw, introduce an emerging technology called 3D printing and show you how it can take EAI to the next level. EAI is looking to update and upgrade its field staff, team meter readers to move the business forward and operate more efficiently. To do this, the EAI IT team is researching a potential purchase of 3D printing technology. It is an investment that will allow EAI to take the next step. What is 3D printing? 3D printing is a manufacturing process that makes a physical object from a digital file, typically using successive layers of material. It is a process that many Fortune 500 companies are using. Boeing, GE, Ford, and Nike are all using 3D printing in innovative ways. Even Hershey is using this technology to create special chocolate candies from special 3D printers. For EAI, owning the 3D printing technology, we can build specific casing for new handheld meter reading devices that will be equipped with Bluetooth connectivity in-house. Each handheld meter will be built to the highest standards and have an all-weather exterior. The connectivity feature in each handheld will make them compatible with company IT systems and make our field teams more productive. We can also expect to see cost efficiencies and benefits from in-house production versus outsourcing of production. 3D printing technology will create opportunities for us at EAI to expand field operations and meter service lines of business. We can customize handheld devices for other utility types, such as water and natural gas, and outsource the service to area partner utility organizations. As a company, EAI is currently looking to expand this line of business. The new handheld devices will similarly bring added benefits to the area of customer support and billing. The devices will be able to provide real-time customer usage and billing information with its Bluetooth capabilities. This will provide EAI customers faster and more accurate information than ever before. A purchase of 3D printing technology at EAI will have a positive effect on a number of our departments. Some of those departments would include the field technician staff, information technology, customer support and billing, engineering, sales, and human resources, just to name a few. Now I'm going to hand it over to Doug. Doug will talk about how 3D printing aligns with EAI company objectives and values.
Thank you, Troy. That was an excellent introduction to focus us in on the scope of this project. I will now define the operational need of 3D printing for EAI. As Troy mentioned, many companies in a diverse set of industry are now reaping the benefits of 3D printing technology. Companies like General Electric, Boeing, Ford, Nike, Hasbro, and Hershey's have all integrated 3D printing into their production models. These strong Fortune 500 companies vary widely in the products and services that they offer. There is, however, one common denominator. They all find increased value by using 3D printing to increase their manufacturing efficiency and cost effectiveness. 3D printing is the technology of the future. This technology is steadily driving a new industrial revolution around the world. 3D printers have a diverse set of functionality, benefiting all aspects of business. From research and development to manufacturing and workplace safety, 3D printing is changing the dynamics of what we view as functional equipment inside the modern workplace. EAI needs to implement 3D printing into our business processes now. Rapid integration will help to mitigate the negative effects of the slow learning curve for this new technology. This integration will help us seize and shape the market prior to our competitors. Effective implementation will allow us to increase the market value of EAI and the advantages we offer our customers. How 3D printing aligns with EAI's goals. The mission of EAI is to create an outstanding customer experience in the utility business, create shareholder value with efficient operations, and be a good corporate citizen. EAI is focusing on 3 SMART goals to help us accomplish this mission. EAI's goals are to increase our customer satisfaction to over 90%, effectively reduce our operating costs by 10%, and decrease our environmental footprint by 10%. 3D printing is the key to EAI meeting and surpassing each one of these goals. as well as some other mutually beneficial residual effects like improving workplace safety and decluttering factory work area. 3D printing will allow us to improve our customer satisfaction while greatly reducing our operating costs. 3D printers will accomplish this by reducing our investments in research and development. 3D printing allows us to eliminate the need for outsourcing. We pay another organization's engineers and factory personnel to design and create our multimeter prototypes. 3D printing makes it feasible for our own internal engineers to conduct the R&D process in-house at a fraction of the cost and time. This will allow us to integrate technologies like Bluetooth and increase connectivity into our multimeters, a key capability that has proved to be a costly venture for outsourcing in the past. We are then able to mass produce the improved multimeter with one 3D printer rather than multiple specialized machines that focus on individual parts and pieces of the multimeter. The result is improved multimeter with the ability to deliver more accurate measurements, and the entire system is created in less time and for less money. The savings translates directly to the customer as better quality and discounted prices, increasing their satisfaction. This also accomplishes our goal of reducing our operational costs. Lastly, EAI is able to recycle and sell costly, outdated machines while generating less waste products, effectively accomplishing the goal of a decreased environmental footprint. That concludes my portion of this brief, and Alan is your next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. As expressed by both Troy and Doug, our team is excited by the unique development opportunities and growth potential of this rapidly maturing technology known as 3D printing. Recent developments in the field, like fused deposition modeling or FDM, have made this emerging technology a viable option for many companies. At its essence, FDM melts a polymer and extrudes it as a thin fiber in layers to form a solid three-dimensional body. Our typical product development cycle requires that EAI outsource many of the development and testing duties, where a single enhancement can cost in excess of $100,000. By adding FDM technology such as the Fortis 450MC by Stratasys to EAI's development toolkit, we can leverage in-house expertise when making and testing new designs. Now my colleague Peter Austin will break down the financials of the project. Peter?
Now we go over the budget for the 3D printer. There are three big items on this budget, and let's go through that. The first one is for the printer itself. That's the 3D printer Connex Objet 500 Stratasys, $200,000. And then the next item is software and accessories. That's $170,000. And the third biggest is the hire of the 3D production design engineer. That's $105,000 per year. And then we will need some hardware, $12,000, some software upgrades and maintenance, that's $5,000. And then we'll also incur overtime for model development, that's $3,600. And then we'll need some R&D testing for $2,000. Then production 3D printing of handheld testing, that's $1,000. And then some field testing or qualification for production, that's $1,600. That brings the initial project cost to $500,236. I have also extracted a picture of the 3D printer that we will need to buy from Stratasys Production Series. It's on the top right hand corner, just to show you how the printer looks like. And then right below it is also material extracted from Stratasys that tells us the benefits and the capability of this printer. Do you have any questions on this presentation? If not, I will hand over to the next presenter, Roger Ortega. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. In this slide, we go over risk analysis for the successful implementation of 3D printers at our company. We utilize a risk assessment estimation model, which is employed at my company, OFS, as part of the Project Charter program. After going through this exercise, we determined that the top issues that we need to address are safety, technical support, equipment reliability, and raw material availability. On the top right-hand side, we employ a fishbone diagram to brainstorm on risk mitigation ideas. And at the bottom, we summarize these ideas and needed countermeasures to reduce these risks. For example, safety. We need to create a safety committee to continuously monitor these processes and be vigilant on ideas to reduce safety issues. For example, new personal protective equipment that we need to use, depending on the product that we manufacture. The material may change. We may have to be proactive in receiving the material safety data sheets. Also, we want to make sure that the operators are readily trained, and not only on existing products, but on any upcoming new products, so that we don't have a safety incident. Number two is technical support. If we don't have good technical support, employees can get very discouraged and lose faith in this technology. Ideally, we want technical support on every shift, and we want to have internal experts, subject matter experts, readily available, so that we prevent downtime and prevent scrap. Another method is making sure that the system is accessible through login access, so that we don't waste time diagnosing problems. Number three is equipment reliability. We need to implement a service level agreement with the supplier with key milestones. For example, how long will they be on site training and providing technical support? Also, how long after they leave the plant will they be available for support?
And additionally, we want to lock in the pricing for these services so that they don't escalate out of hand, especially after we try to introduce this new technology and we want to get traction in the marketplace. We want to have a solid contract so that we have good support as we develop new products. And finally, number 4 is raw materials. We need to have suppliers who are ISO 9000 certified. Additionally, we need to have at least 2 suppliers, ideally 3 suppliers or 2 plus 1, so that should one supplier have problems producing a product or have problems with shipments or quality issues, we can always rely on a source so that we don't shut down the plant. This is especially critical as we want to get traction again and provide good support to our customers. Thank you. Now I'll relay this to Brooke.
Okay, so I'm going to be covering 3D printing from the sales perspective and how it's going to benefit sales and benefit the company. Members of the sales team always have your customer in mind, and you always want to be able to provide quick solutions to your customers. Everything is very fast-paced, and you want to keep it, so to say, fast and loose and just being able to adapt quickly. And 3D printing provides all of those options to your customers, and it allows our company to be able to provide those options, which is very, very important. Some of the topics I'm going to cover are innovation, cost savings, customization, early detection of issues, and a reduction in a long lead time. So as I mentioned before, the sales environment is a very fast-moving environment. You always have your customer in mind, so you want to be very adaptable. 3D printing allows us that. It provides extensive options in a short period of time. We can eliminate some of the outsourcing that we're having to do for mock-ups and print-ups, and being able to make a quick adjustment for a customer, which really plays into the customization aspect. You're going to be able to just add a little extra widget to our project if a customer so sees that it fits their needs, and that's huge. That's huge for sales. You also, that even may become the next step in our innovation. Okay, well, this worked for this customer and it seemed to be ideal. So innovation, customization, keeping that fast and in-house keeps it where it's focused on the customer, but it also allows us to keep costs down. And that's a huge, huge thing when you're offering some of these, so to say, outside options, customized options to your customers. And remaining adaptive to what your customers' needs are allows you to take your business relationship one step further and becoming more of their trusted consultants and their sole provider. Access to 3D printing allows us to really just stay innovative, and I think that is huge in this day and time when there's lots of technologies floating around. Another thing is that it allows us to detect issues early by having these prototypes. You can test a product, you can run a product, you can see how it's going to perform, and that's going to cut down on a lot of your field complaints from customers. And when your customers are receiving a product that's working well for them and it's not failing, it's not having any issues, it's going to be boosting our customer rating and increasing our sales. Sales representatives face enough objections every day. And through 3D printing and having some of these very strong backbone points for us, it allows us to maneuver those objections fairly well. We can provide a slightly different solution and just really become more of the consultant to our customers. So that kind of 3D printing will give us the extra ammunition we need in our pockets just to combat these objections, become partners with our customers, and increase sales, which is really, really important to a company. And I believe that's all I have to cover, and now I'm going to hand this back to Troy to wrap everything up for us.
Thank you, Brooke. It is easy to see how 3D printing technology can help us at EAI grow and advance the business. It offers innovation opportunities, customized products that will increase field team and IT productivity, and that's something everybody wants. EAI can increase its position in the utility sector. The products created from 3D printing helps us align our company mission with our customers, shareholders, and our communities. We can create real value at EAI with cost efficiencies from 3D printing. And last but definitely not least, we can increase company revenue and the overall bottom line by capitalizing on new sales and lines of business opportunities. In closing, EAI will become a market leader with the addition of 3D printing technology. It is a great match for our company and its mission. The IT team appreciates your time today, and we hope that this is an investment you will heavily consider. Thank you.